For a lot of Android fans, it doesn't get much more exciting than new Pixel phones from Google, and this year the floodgates for Pixel 3 leaks have opened earlier than you might have expected. So here's what we know so far about the 2018 Pixel phones. First off, we're still looking at two models here, a Biggie Pixel and a Baby Pixel. There are rumours of a long-speculated mid-range Pixel appearing early in 2019 running a Snapdragon 710, but for the moment in this video we're going to focus on the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL. If you like to follow the code names, the upcoming Pixels continue the trend of being named after aquatic beasts. As first reported by 9to5, the smaller Pixel 3 is codenamed Blue Line, while the Pixel 3 XL is referred to as Crosshatch. Now onto the really juicy stuff. The biggest leak to date comes from XDA developers, where user Miraz9000 threw up photos of a prototype Pixel 3 XL, apparently confirming several key specs. Now, it's worth remembering that nothing is truly final until it's announced on stage. This prototype is an EVT model, meaning it's one of the earliest engineering samples. Check out this weird double E logo where the big G would normally be on the back. So things may well change between now and the official unveiling. Nevertheless, here's what we've got. Big screen, notch display, big chin, dual front speakers, single rear camera, dual front cameras, Snapdragon 845, 4GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, and no headphone jack. Of those specs, only the 4GB of RAM strikes me as being a little odd. After 2 generations, I would have thought it'd be time to step up to 6, which is where most of the Android competition currently is. As a point of contrast, screen protector leaks, and I know that's pretty much the bottom of the barrel when it comes to reliability, but these images, which leaked before the EVT Pixel 3 XL came to light, line up perfectly with what we see here. Interestingly, the smaller Pixel model also packs dual front cameras, but not the notch. Word on the street from China-based leaker Ice Universe, who has a reasonably good track record, is that Google's still sourcing the XL's panel from LG Display. Not surprising after Google pumped close to $1 billion into that business unit a year ago. Let's just hope the display quality is a big step up from last year's lackluster Pixel 2 XL screen. Some other nuggets of information from that big XDA leak: the Pixel 3 XL apparently has a glass back, which would open up a strong possibility of wireless charging, making a triumphant return to Google's lineup. And the presence of a fingerprint scanner around the back pours cold water on the idea of an in-display fingerprint sensor being used. The move to a glass body brings some visual changes too. Everything's a bit shinier naturally, though the shaded top panel we know from the metal Pixel phones can still be seen in the Pixel 3 XL here. The whole package is also more obviously rounded than last year's Pixel phones. What's also interesting is who seems to be making the new Pixels. Way back when the Pixel project was new, we were hearing on the grapevine that Google and HTC had agreed a manufacturing deal for 3 years of Pixel phones. That was before Google gobbled up a couple thousand HTC engineers though, and before Google went with LG for the Pixel 2 XL. In any case, we've been able to confirm through 2 of our sources that Foxconn is indeed making at least one, possibly both Pixel 3 models. Interestingly, if you look at the back of the EVT Pixel 3 XL, you see Made in China, which is exactly what you'd expect to see from something assembled at a Foxconn plant in Shenzhen. On the software side, the Android 9.0 developer previews have given us a good idea of what to expect from the Pixel 3. The core experience of using a Pixel 3 shouldn't be drastically different from the latest beta builds on the Pixel 2 XL. But the jump from Pixel 1 to Pixel 2 last year does suggest there may be some surprises under the hood. Perhaps a new launcher or software for some unforeseen new hardware feature like last year's squeezable Active Edge. We're still quite far out from the Pixel 3's announcement, which we'd expect to happen sometime around late September or early October. There's nothing yet to suggest Google's trying to push the release any earlier this year, so a late October retail launch is a good bet. Stick with us here on Android Central and be sure to subscribe for more on the Pixel 3 phones as the launch approaches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.